Testing. 154. Let's see. Are we looking audio video quality? Sanjay Uchiha here, people. Fresh from, well, not really fresh, but fresh from work. So make sure so everything Gucci. Can't kill the music. No. Okay, stream looking good. Audio visual looking clean. I think you guys can let me know. But anyway, yo, welcome everyone. Sanjay Uchiha here, your friendly neighborhood Uchiha, back at it again, fresh from work. And yeah, sorry about the delay. I know I had set it for what would seem to be an hour earlier, but it was always meant to be 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Daylight savings messing me up. But here we are, Boruto Manga Chapter 68. Of course, I'm sure most, if not everybody's read the chapter already. You know how it goes already on the days when I have work when the chapter drops. So, yeah. How is everyone? Let me see how the chat is doing. We have Splinter Cell. I was hoping you will stream an hour earlier. It's too late for me since it's midnight in my country. Maybe next time I'll watch the video, but not live. But enjoy the chapter. Alright, Splinter Cell. Once this video goes up and you're rewatching, respect. Thanks for at least dropping by. Yeah, I had work, as I keep saying. But yo, respect for coming out. And of course, when you do get to, watching this when it goes up, yo, I hope you're having an awesome day whenever you do decide to actually, drop back in. Of course, I imagine you'll leave a comment again anyway. So we'll talk about the chapter. Especially if not now, of course, again, there is the end of month subscriber stream. So there's that. But anyway, of course, guys, do share out the stream, leave a like. Let's get the chat active. No spoilers just yet. Of course, I haven't read it, so let's get over into it. So we're here on Shueisha's website, Manga Plus. Loading. All right, so. A bit. Alright, so chapter 68 Scar, and are we finally going to see Boruto get his scar? Maybe not. Maybe. Hold on. So to make sure. Yeah. Audio video looking good for real. Yeah. Alright, so let's get into it. Of course, they still don't put Kishimoto as the writer, but it's whatever. Anyway, you're saying you were resurrected using karma? That's what Momoshiki said. I can't blame you for not believing me. Apparently, about 82% of Momoshiki's data had already finished extraction, but he used the remaining 18% to rebuild the destroyed parts of my body. Goodness, well, since they're able to digitize components of their own flesh, I suppose converting that data into another person's components isn't much of a stretch, no matter how mind-blowing that possibility sounds. If Boruto died, Momoshiki would lose his vessel, and his soul would be extinguished. Even an Otsutsuki can't make an omelet without breaking eggs, So Momoshiki sacrificed part of himself to save Boruto and escape destruction. Yet while his soul is still intact, it means Momoshiki lacked the data needed to construct his body, right? Yes, in fact, since he'll never regain that data, he'll never be able to resurrect again, right? So it seems. A silver lining, you could say. However, the problem of him taking over Boruto's consciousness from the time... Alright, so here we are. We still have that issue. We still don't have an outright solution for that. But the meds have been more effective than expected. As long as he keeps taking them, we should be able to suppress Momoshiki's domination long term. Nope, I don't need them anymore. Huh? How to put it? I feel like something's changed from before. It's hard to describe, but I have this feeling that I can channel his power better now. Okay, interesting. Kawaki is unconscious from expending a lot of chakra, but his life isn't in danger. No obvious external injuries either. He's almost fully self-healed thanks to the nanomachines in his blood. But it'd be best to check him out in depth at the lab. Why did you ask for me rather than Mr. Amado? We need to confirm a few things with that bastard first. Until then, we can't let him near Kawaki. So as long as there are no health issues, he stays here. You're really planning to leave him unbound when he possesses so much power? And see, the little things I keep saying in those last few discussion videos are going to they're going to pose a problem. But anyway, the thing is, we can't restrain him even if we wanted to, because he's technically the strongest person in the verse right now. So I'm just saying. He could just shrink himself with Sukune Kono and get free. And he can absorb any sealing jutsu using karma. It's no simple thing to physically bind him right now. Conversely, it'd be real bad if we end up antagonizing him. Fortunately, his wish is simple. As long as Naruto is safe, he'll have no beef with us. All we can do is have faith. Trust him and make sure he stays on our side. That's if we want to stick to peaceful solutions, of course. Hey, good. That's how Konoha Village does things. In this day and age, yeah, fine. So you're okay with it, Naruto? Yeah, we'll have a nice long talk when he wakes up. I like the expression on Naruto's face. Sumeri trying to figure out what's going on. Did something happen with Lord Seventh? What do you mean? I hope it's just my imagination, but he seems to be brooding over something. He just got back this morning after narrowly escaping death. He's exhausted. You're right. Please forgive me. And the man of the hour, Sasuke Uchi, where were you, fam? Honestly. Alright, anyway, I have intel. It concerns Code's whereabouts. Okay, you have intel. One of Boruto's cult facilities? I thought we'd hit them all. There's a hidden structure on the edge of the land of snow, in an area considered taboo even by locals. It's apparently a secret facility that only a few of the cult's top brass even know about. It seems they engage in inhumane rituals, human experimentation, and unknown to Kara, even scientific ninja tool R&D. Of particular interest is that it was also a facility for disposing cyborgs that Jigen had ordered to be scrapped. I see, sounds sufficiently sketchy. Any conclusive evidence that Code is there? Nothing definitive, but there's an acquaintance of Code's there, a man named Bug. Got it. Alright, I'll order a deployment, since we have no other leads. I heard about what Kawaki did. Is it true? Yeah, he killed Boruto, even if it was to stop Momoshiki. He did it right in front of me and Naruto. Thankfully, Boruto turned out to be okay, but the only other ones who know about it are Ino, Sai, Amado, and Katasuke. Interesting. We're still deciding how to move forward. Where's Boruto? He should be with his friends, including Sarada. Go see them. Okay. Alright, so back at the hideout. I see, so that's what happened. Be thankful, Code. Your precious ten-tailed sacrifice, Boruto, is still alive. He was revived using Momoshiki's karma. And Damon just defend the man back. Just ridiculous, dog. Revived? Are you serious? Hey, Code, maybe like a zombie? Moreover, along the way, it seems the rest of the karma's compressed data was extracted, meaning that Boruto is fully Otsutsuki now. Somehow, they shared an exchange that I can't see directly with my Senrigan clairvoyance. I wonder if he's able to communicate with Momoshiki on some sort of spiritual plane. Unforeseen would be an understatement, but I'll take that piece of good fortune. Guess it was meant to be. You're lucky that Boruto is alive, but I'm honestly fed up with the multiple grandstanding acts you displayed. You took it too far, especially using my little brother without my permission. What will you do, Ida? I didn't really have any other option, did I? Listen, your job is to bring Kawaki to me, and in return I'll help you regain your power, to aid your own goals, since you're useless to me the way you are now. However, if I determine that even after you gain your strength, you're still useless, incompetent, or simply just a hindrance, we siblings have absolutely no qualms about disposing of you. Consider yourself warned. Huh. So, Ida's confident that, I mean, Damon's reflecting ability is one thing, but the fact that she's so confident that even potentially with his limiters removed, that Damon could be Code. Interesting. Copy paste Boruto's ride by Momoshiki, waste of dialogue. Yeah. But I guess they have to get the other characters up to speed, Bushmaster. I guess that's the thing. And Damon just looking devious. You mean we're not even comrades? How sad. That's business for you. If you don't produce results, you'll lose even this sad relationship. Did I not mention that I already took measures? All that's left is... See there? Right there, so. Alright, so I guess my whole theory of him like injecting it inside Shikamaru is out of the window, but the point still stands. He placed it on Shikamaru. Alright, so the timing. Wait, well on. Yeah, all that's left is the timing. Fine. Well, what's the lowdown on Boruto? It sounded far-fetched at first, but the proof is in the pudding. The blood analysis aligns with his explanation. And Momoshiki? Can we definitely say he can't resurrect anymore? Yeah, it's 100% impossible. Good. That's great, actually. By the way, hey, what the? You know what I want to ask? That's right, about Kawaki's karma. It doesn't really hurt or anything. At all? Hey, watch your hands. I guess the Boru Sara shippers are gonna have a field day with that panel. Well, it was a pretty close call, but as you can see, I'm fine. Though that bastard Code got away. Question. Why'd Code try to kill you when he wanted to feed you alive to the Ten Tails? You see, that was... Listen up, Boruto. Don't tell anyone yet that Kawaki killed you. Not until we decide what Konoha's policy towards him will be. Maybe he couldn't control himself. It didn't seem like he thinks too far ahead. Either way, you've become fully Otsutsuki, right? Are you going to be all out targeted now? Yeah, probably. I don't know where he's hiding, but I won't let him escape next time. That's not what I meant. I'm saying you need to be extra careful. What if you're attacked when you're by yourself? Sarada's right. He can appear unexpectedly. Don't go anywhere alone, even within the village. Though I'm one to talk. Alright, Ullman Sasuke. And not just Boruto. Now that Kawaki has enough power to challenge Code, Code will likely stop at nothing to get the limiters on his power removed, which likely makes his first target Old Man Amado. You restored Kawaki's karma, implanted it on your own without his consent, no less. Why? It's simple. He fundamentally loads karma. I probably wouldn't get his consent. And yet he desired power, enough to protect Lord Hokage and chase off enemies. Either way, in order for the karma to re-manifest, his intent was absolutely essential. In short, Kawaki himself chose this path. This is the result he wished for. What if he didn't have it when he needed it? That's why I implanted it ahead of time. Wasn't the reason why you were able to survive this latest crisis because you had Kawaki's karma? Am I wrong? Don't dodge the question at hand. Setting aside the result, what you did was not for Konoha or Kawaki's benefit. If you ask me, you seem obsessed with Kawaki's karma itself. Why? Oh shit, we're getting caught already. Sorry to interrupt, but I didn't want to waste this prime opportunity. Code? You fool. The conversation was just getting interesting. Alright, Boxer Shikamaru. It's been a while, Amado. You ought to worry about your own welfare. Now, rescind the limiters on my power. You don't want to get hurt, do you? I can't believe you showed up here. You'll be sent right away, and an army of shinobi will be here soon. But I know that all you need to do is look in my eyes and say the command. Only takes seconds, right? How do you know? This chakra, don't tell me it's Code in Amado's lab. Shikamaru. Yeah, he's here, right in front of me. Damn it, we'll send reinforcements. No, hold on, Ino. Just inform Naruto and the others. Don't send anyone here yet. Huh? He showed up because it's just us. I don't want to provoke him into running off. Let me handle it. But just keep monitoring him. Got it? Wait for my signal. Shikamaru. Shadow possession jutsu. It's useless. I can still move my fingertips enough to slash his carotid open. Okay. Hey Amado, you know my personality, right? I'd hurry up if I were you. So what? Your man can still move? It's serious. You thought I wouldn't notice the claw mark on the back of my neck? Okay, fine. So he did notice. Cause I would say, yo, it would be odd for someone like Shikamaru not to notice. But they can just mention the background. They already know it would be okay. So we can have monthly. Also, was in the land of snow during the fight. Cool. How fast is our saving it? So good. The way he went to Boru's hideout during that battle and came back was teleportation. Would you say that it's been like a full day? Yeah, sometime must have passed, more than likely. But I wouldn't say like a long period of time, maybe like a day or so. But anyway, you thought I would notice the claw mark on the back of my neck? That I'd fall for such a transparent trap? What? It's showtime. Wake up, Bronco? Wait. Another Delta body? It's serious. Delta? She's a new model, reprogrammed to be a battle asset that protects Konoha. Delta, your target is Code. He's an enemy of Konoha. I know, shut up already. Don't keep screeching like a darn fool. Alright. I guess that if I approach Amado with few to no guards, you might show up, Code. It'd be too good of an opportunity for an idiot like you to someone must style Code, so I'll spare you my one-hit destructive beams, since they'll wreak too much havoc in this enclosed space. His right hand went in that claw mark. Bastard, I won't let you escape. Wait, hold on. So, move him hand. Escape? Quite the opposite. Okay, whoa, she's bringing Ida here. Yo, a comrade of Codes? Ida. Of course, the chapter ends there. Ah, jeez. Alright, so let me get my thoughts together to go into the whole review portion of this video. Hold on, let's kind of end with this here and bigify myself just a bit. So Farco is a bit of a letdown. He said he can slow Naruto, so but gets owned by everyone that needs Damon and Ida's help. That's why I really want to see this man use his limiters off. But alright, as I said, let me get my thoughts together. First of all, I thought this was a pretty decent chapter. I would say at least a 7 out of 10. One of my concerns, even though I didn't mention it in my expectations video yesterday, was it? Or was it the day before I put up my expectations video? One of the things I was kind of in the back of my head thinking that, okay, Kishimoto was probably going to slow down the pacing like considerably, similarly to what we got in between chapters 56 and 62, and focus more so on the emotional conflict and the possible mistrust that they'd probably have between Konoha and Kawaki. But surprisingly enough, Kishimoto has, I would say, maintained the pacing despite this being a very dialogue heavy chapter, and I appreciate it all the more for that. So let's kind of start from the beginning in dissecting. So first of all, getting the other characters up to speed is nice and all, but it also made me think about something that I never considered before, that even though, Momoshiki can't take over Boruto's body anymore, there is that possibility that since his soul is still active, he could probably still take over Boruto's consciousness, similar to like how the QB would take over Naruto. So I actually never considered that, but they do leave us on a kind of like a cliffhanger in terms of that train of thought, in the sense that Kishimoto hasn't given us the full details, in the sense that Boruto, as he says, feels that he can channel his power a bit better now, which doesn't really translate into necessarily Momoshiki can't really temporarily take over my mind every now and then. So I'm wondering where they're going to go with that. I'm interested in seeing where that's going to go. So that's a nice little plot thread when it comes down to the the battle mechanics where Boruto's character is concerned. There's that. Of course, the whole quote unquote emotional conflict that I keep preaching about that would be taking place between Konoha and Kawaki, it's good to see that it's already in play. It's already, you know, taking off with them trying to take precautions around Kawaki. But as Shikamaru said, and as I keep saying, this man is literally the strongest in the verse. So it's like he doesn't have to be a reactive character anymore, and this chapter just helps to emphasize that for the most part, and that's what I like, because as he said, you can't seal him. He's sealing jutsu. He'd absorb using karma. He can shrink himself. He can shrink other stuff. It's just good to see the characters kind of acknowledge that and try to, you know, move forward in the story with that knowledge. You know, it kind of just feels like it's respecting our intelligence as the audience. So that's another thing I definitely like about this chapter. And of course, Sumere, our intuition picking up, I do like that in this chapter as well. So there's that. We didn't get much Naruto in this chapter, but of course he's still kind of shaken up by the events that took place, which is to be expected, which is something I definitely like. Now, Sasuke Uchiha, the man that I was expecting to actually come on the battlefield at some point to fight off against Borushiki, but didn't. But apparently he was in the land of snow. Now, obviously this implies some time has passed. I don't think it's anything Rinnegan or teleportation based. When we saw him before Boruto and company went out to the field, it was probably like a few days before when we saw him head off. But it's kind of weird because I wasn't expecting him to go to the land of snow and thing. I'm hoping we get like a small flashback or something to show how Sasuke got there and got to Bug. I would imagine he used his Sharingan to get the information out of Bug. And how did he know to check the land of snow in the first place? You know, you know. I mean, obviously, you could have probably got some information from Amado, from some authors and thing. But you know, I'm starting. That kind of leads me into assuming too much, even though they're educated assumptions, if you get what I mean. But it's good to see that Sasuke was still being useful in the background, which. The silver lining or the positive side of that is that it does help to push the story along. And we don't get really bogged down by, okay, we have to go and set up things for Sasuke to head out. So it doesn't really kill the pacing. Again, like I keep saying, and a lot of you keep saying, this is a monthly manga. So those months where we get slow chapters, it really kills us as the audience. So that's the whole positive sex side of having Sasuke do this in the background. But I just hope they kind of give us more details on that in like a future chapter or something. So there is definitely that. Of course, Ida, I guess for the most part, kind of re-emphasizing or flexing that. How should I put it? She's re-emphasizing the type of character she is. Despite her wanting love and all of that, she's not a damsel in distress. She's the one still in control here, despite Code being Code. So, and again, I find it interesting from a power scaling standpoint that basically what she's saying, she feels Damon can still beat Code even with his limiters off, potentially speaking. So that's going to be interesting. And the fact that she can't see stuff on a spiritual plane. So even thinking about it now, like say if Hagoromo came back and spoke to Naruto, she probably wouldn't be able to see that. So, you know, getting a bit more insight into how her Senrigan clairvoyance actually, like the limitations of it, which is good because, you know, you have to kind of introduce certain ways to go around certain abilities so that possible conflict with persons who possess those hacks abilities, it makes choreography and getting around them more interesting for us, the audience, if you get what I mean. So I like that. I like the Ida portions. Definitely good. Of course, Code moving out, keeping the pacing on a nice level, but of course at the same time, again, Shikamaru, as you guys are saying, Shikamaru redeemed in this chapter. I like that, really like that, because I was saying it in either my expectations video or the video I did before that where I was discussing this, that somebody of Shikamaru's level not realizing. That'd be odd. Maybe if it was more along the lines of my theory of him somehow injecting the claw mark or something within Shikamaru's body, that would be a different story. But yeah. Um, of course, they still don't really give us a lot of details. I mean, Code kind of cuts us off in terms of alright, before I even get there, let me kind of just go page by page. Get to the Sarada, Mitsuki. Not much to really say about them. Of course, Sasuke just makes some educated guesses in line with Sasuke's character in terms of his smarts, which is fine. Alright, so yeah. So we get cut off in terms of Amado's long-term goals, but obviously there is something there. But Code comes in and kind of interrupts things, honestly. So that's the next thing. I'm just really impressed with the fact that Kishimoto decided to keep the piercing going with this chapter. And of course, I feel like Ida's us, the audience in this case, saying, the conversation was really getting good, especially since Kawaki is the one she wants. So there is definitely that. And of course, the identity of the cyborg, which is apparently Delta. Well, a reprogrammed Delta. So I don't know if I was kind of expecting somebody else, honestly. So, but I guess it does give Delta a second opportunity for us to really learn more about her, I suppose. But that's like future benefits. So, and it depends how Kishi handles that. So, there is definitely that. But apart from that, getting Ida herself to come onto the battlefield to even, shake things up even more, and I would assume for the most part get a better understanding of the large scale conflict that we're going into for this volume, and potentially the next volume, which I am assuming I'm going to make the educated guess and bet that the next volume will be the last volume before the time skip. So yeah, so quite a lot. So for the most part, I would say awesome chapter. Positives being Kishimoto definitely did not slow down the pacing, while at the same time really and truly balancing things with establishing the foundation of the conflict with Kawaki from an emotional standpoint. We're not forgetting about that. So that's a nice opportunity for character conflict when Kawaki wakes up. So the foundation of that is established. Of course, Shikamaru, quote unquote redemption, the characterization, and Shikamaru not being nerfed in terms of intellect. That was nice. I love the little nuance, and having Ida really continue to establish herself as the dominant person in charge in terms of the antagonist. Of course, getting further confirmation that there's again more to what Amado's long-term goals are. And of course, a bit of a setup with Boruto in terms of his power there. So yeah, and of course by the end there we have Ida, who's gonna come along and really continue the piercing, or if not, even if the piercing slows down for next chapter, it's going to be very interesting, because getting Ida and Amado face to face is gonna give us a better idea of where the story is going to go. So all in all, I thought it was a great chapter, and of course Delta. So yeah. So definitely a 7 or 8 out of 10. You guys can let me know your ratings in the comment section below. But it's time to hear what you guys are saying in the chat here. It will be the final boss. No, I don't think Ida will be the final boss. Can still take over Boruto's body. Yeah, because Borushiki has the style. Like Sukuna and JJK. I don't want them to become... No, yeah, it's like I was telling somebody at work that's comparing it to the Nine-Tails situation. I can never see Momoshiki becoming like a Naruto Kurama dynamic. All in all, this chapter was a 7 out of 10. Lost Singles return. I'll have to see Sasuke back again. Finally, yes, Sasuke, definitely, honestly. And again, I say this every time Sasuke is in a chapter. Ikimoto's art, just worlds of improvement. I wonder if Sakura remains a disappointing villain. Yeah, that's the thing. I need to stop saying she wants Kawaki every chapter. She has to say that with code. By the time for Shikamaru best parts. Okay, nice, understandable. I don't know if this was Shikamaru playing along for a moment he left with Naruto. I don't think so, but I just think he capitalized on the opportunity for the most part. As he said, he realized the mark was there, and more than likely he'd want to probably get to Amado. So I think he just took advantage of that. And Daniel, you're saying you're expecting Delta. I don't know. I was expecting somebody else, especially like with like even with Naruto explained and the million and one videos he did with like cyborg Hashirama, cyborg this, cyborg this, cyborg this. You see me? So it's just funny that it was just Delta. It was just Delta all along. I just find that to be extremely funny, honestly. The series needs to be bi-weekly. Yeah, I think it does as well. Similar to like One Punch Man, I would imagine. If it's bi-weekly, how many pages would you reduce it to? Like say from 45 to how many? Let me know. Of course, guys, like up the stream. What do you think of the mini anime arc Sasuke Otsutsuki Hunter? You see, that can work. I definitely would be down for that. And it doesn't have to be long. Like it could be like 4 to 6 episodes maybe. The Express Kaguya's dimensions. Okay, I thought you were going along the lines of his journey to the to the something there. To the land of snow. To be honest, I expect them to be adapting the Sasuke Retsuden novels, especially since those are scheduled to be adapted to manga format. So yeah, 19 pages every 2 weeks. But then, technically speaking, we'd be getting less pages per month. That's the thing. That's the thing. But I guess we get content more often and more stuff to talk about. Let me know what you guys think. 19 pages every 2 weeks for Boruto. Let me know what you think about that. Oh my god. But again, as I said, I do love that. It's crazy why I never actually thought about Momoshiki still being able to take over Boruto's body, like, you know, like probably temporarily. But it is what it is, yeah, man. It is what it is. That would be interesting for the most part. But I'm really interested in seeing what Boruto really means when he says he can channel his power like better now. Let me go back to that panel. I'll put it. Yes, yeah, because he says he doesn't even the feeling that he's getting, that he's so confident about it that he doesn't think he needs to take the Byakugan suppressing pills anymore. Strive, but I have this feeling that I can channel his power better now. Yeah, because alright, even from Momoshiki's, I mean, I wouldn't really put it past Momoshiki to take over Boruto's body and wreak havoc in his life if he got the opportunity. Like, that wouldn't be surprising. But I don't know, even going by Momoshiki's last conversation with him, it didn't give me the vibe that Momoshiki would be like, oh, don't worry, I'll be taking over your body every now and then to cause havoc, probably like for 5 minutes or something. I didn't get that vibe, but I could be wrong. But in the anime, your thoughts? Yo, honestly, in terms of the anime, I haven't watched since episode 234, 235. You realize I haven't been doing any anime reaction reviews for the last, what, 4 or 5 weeks, give or take? I was thinking I'd probably just binge the arc at some point and do like one video giving my general thoughts on the arc. 29 pages every 2 weeks. Yeah, that could work. We'd actually end up getting more pages and stuff. You don't need to watch it, trust me. It's just the completionist in me is going to want to watch it. So I'm going to watch it anyway. But I totally understand. Totally understand. But what do you guys think that Boruto means when he says he can channel his power better now, right? Like, of course, you have all of Momoshiki's DNA basically, well, 82%, and your own Otsutsufied DNA essentially. What do you think it means? Did it stop attacking? Hold on, let me see. Yeah, it does seem like she does have a somewhat of a will of her own, or I guess because she was gonna use the light beam, but not decide not to. So yeah, or she does seem like she has some level of autonomy of her own if she's programmed, because it seemed like she was waiting to see what was going to happen as well, like in this panel here. Hmm. And based on how Delta's drawing, it doesn't even seem like Delta herself knows who Ida is. Access Momoshiki's power. Well, I mean, that's a given. That's a given. About 82% of it, and then his Otsutsuki DNA, he has the potential. I mean, yeah, he's gonna surpass Momoshiki. Now try if we get the big brain. So it's merged over the time. That would be great to Boruto's character. Kind of like some anime version Goku Black, where having Goku's body kind of slightly change Zamasu's character a bit. I'd be down for that. Boy, Daniel, it seems like you'll be waiting a while before the anime does gets back to canon arcs, isn't it? Honestly. But again, I'd be down for again them adapting the novels. I'd be down for that. Yo, I just can't wait to see Ida animated, dog. And what kind of like OST they'll use her. Should be interesting, especially when she's at the bar. It's gonna be interesting. But yo, Shikamaru, Shikamaru definitely the MVP of this chapter. Again, as I said, this chapter is an easy 7 for me. Easy 7 with all the positives. Wake up, Bronco. But why Bronco? Does Bronco wait? Delta. Does Bronco have any significance in terms of name? Hold on, because I'm curious. I am curious. Wonder when they'll let us know that Kawaki killed Boruto is gonna happen. Yeah, like I'm wondering. As you know, looking at the instructions that Boruto got. Kawaki killed him. Is how well as it towards him will be. Yeah. I mean, they'll find out eventually, but again, as I said, all of that there is just foundation for character conflict, which is part of the positives of this chapter, I'd say. Listen, man, I stopped asking about Hinata and Himawari. The fact that we not even get Kakashi and a lot of the old characters, who I'm convinced are probably in space, vacationing at this point. Like, I just don't question it anymore when I don't see certain characters, dog. I've fully gotten accustomed to just not seeing certain characters. Janu. But by right, yeah, they should have shown them or something, because I mean they were out in the night and obviously it's day now. So obviously Himawari and Hinata should have gotten some kind of report or something. Again though, I do like how they acknowledge Kawaki's power. But I don't know. How do the rest of you guys feel about this chapter? It's sad that the anime gives the old generation more screen time in the more screen time. The manga is like it's a ghost. I tell you, these people are on the moon vacationing, dog. Kakashi, space. Sp- sp- space. He's at space bar, dog. Honestly. Um. Again, I kind of just narrow it down to the fact that I guess Kishimoto and Ikimo, there's probably just not enough room to juggle all that many characters. Depending, my prediction is depending on the foundation that's set out by the conversation that Ida and Amaro is going to have for next chapter, because of obviously between those two characters and Code to a lesser degree, it's going to really determine the future of where the story is going to go. Give me a sec, guys. Hold on, give me a second, guys. I put this thing in the fridge. Yeah, I did. Alright, yeah. So as you guys are saying. Face Face Bob. Respect bio. Yeah, I was muted a while ago. It's ridiculous. But yeah, so Bushman, do you think Code will die this arc? Wouldn't that kind of feel like a waste? I mean, I know persons aren't really like feeling him like that, but I mean, I'd still want to see how things with these limiters go. I mean, what I think would be interesting as well, if, and you guys can tell me what degree of sense this might make, if removing the limiters like slightly altered his personality just a bit, just enough to kind of give his character more of the oomph, They would have to bring Hinata in because of the Hyuga client's connection to the Jogan. Potentially they could bring in the fact that since she got Hamura's power in the last, maybe she inherited some knowledge or something. Maybe. Maybe they went back to the moon and they saw something about the Jogan. I don't know. Anything is possible. Is Jogan a myth? At this point, it might as well be, because they haven't introduced it yet. Hold on. I want to go back to the part where Sasuke was talking to Shikamaru. The leads. Unless, in terms of the person Shikamaru is deploying here, unless they could use the opportunity to make it a bunch of old characters, and then make Daemon kill them. Just a suggestion. I mean, it would be a nice opportunity for other characters to do something. And I mean, apart from Daemon, if memory serves right, there aren't really any other cyborgs there, right? That ramen guy. No, the ramen guy is not a myth dog. The ramen guy is the true strongest person in the verse, honestly. To be honest, the ramen guy was actually the one that approached Ishiki for his plan hunting. And the plan was to have Ishiki get Kawaki and eventually destroy the leaf, and then he would have actually rebuilt the leaf as a ramen nation hunting, and his profits would have skyrocketed through the roof because he could have used that opportunity to not only establish himself in other nations as the Ramen Kage, you see me? Okay, I'm gonna stop talk foolishness for now. Sasuke are on the same page about Kawaki now because that thought Naruto is gonna have is not gonna be good. Thought on Boruto, Sasuke should kind of don't really feel the bond. That's a good question, Pokemon 18-ish. Would they really be on the same page? Because even when you ask that, what really flashes back to mind was even the anime only discussion Naruto and Sasuke had on the roof, where they were, you know, kind of arguing about, you know, the fact that, you know, we'd have to probably kill Boruto. And it does make me question for real now you ask that, would they really be on the same page about Kawaki, really? I mean, to be honest, I don't see Sasuke having a big issue with Kawaki. Honestly, because Sasuke was gonna do it himself anyway, so I don't see that being an issue really. But Naruto now is a different case. Definitely a different case. So I do see, you see, again, that's another opportunity for some, you know, some little character draw, little conflict and things. So it's gonna be interesting to see, to say the least. In terms of the Boruto Sasuke thing, yeah, I'm not really feeling it either, really, to be honest. I mean, might have to be like I don't know. I don't know. I don't have any suggestions on that. To be honest, most of the I've seen for this arc is people jump into conclusions. Like what kind of conclusions would you say people are jumping to bio? Just a random observation. I have the same people as Sarada in current Boruto opener when she is looking up at the sky. Maybe some sort of connection between the two. Is that really the case? Doesn't Sarada just have the Sharingan active in that scene in the current Boruto opening? So I don't know. You'll have to come again with that one, D. In terms of that observation. Or point me to specifically to what you mean, really. But yo, the fact that even Amado's sweating here, dog. Yo, this is going to be interesting. Can't wait till next chapter, honestly. I wonder if this Delta is stronger than the last. That's the next thing too. And does she have the memories of the previous Delta? That is the thing. Kawaki's karma. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yo, honestly, that is going to be the big thing going into the future, because with Kawaki's karma, it's for right now, at least between Ida and Amado's plan for Kawaki's karma, it's going to form the basis of where the story is going to go long term right now. So that's crucial. So I'm kind of feel it when I felt it when Ida was saying, yo, code kind of interrupted at a bad time. I saw us getting a new eye. I did a poll. Hold on. I did do a poll asking you guys to vote on where do you think, considering that Boruto and Kawaki are arguably the strongest persons right now. Yeah, when I stream, stuff just loads slow. Apologies for that. But anyway, yeah, I did do a poll asking in terms of that, where do you think Naruto and Sasuke should go in terms of, you know, going forward right now. I want to actually go back and look at the results, that poll. But yeah, I do see Sasuke getting a new eye. I don't see why they wouldn't want to embrace using, like, merging technology with their current skill set. I mean, and Sasuke was the one in the Boruto, the movie arc, that was saying like, yo, the soul of a shinobi never changes. So I wouldn't really see him having a problem with using technology per se. Alright, so only 12 votes. And most of those 12 persons voted that yo, Naruto and Sasuke training together should be the next thing to upping their combat ability. With the lowest being, you know, cybernetic ninja tool equipment from Amado. I've seen people say Naruto not using Sage mode in Citrus plot hole when he using the next chapter. I've seen people call Kawaki in his comeback and ask for the list goes on. Alright, so in terms of how I'd react to that, of course, why would using Sage mode be a I don't know. Unless they're complaining that he's not using 6 parts. Because, you know, to my understanding, I've always understood his 6-part Sage mode to be something distinct from anything Teal Beast related. So, yeah. Kawaki getting his karma back. I mean, Amado already explained that, so. So, I don't understand. I seen people say Sasuke wasn't doing anything during the recent fight. They also said Shikamaru was stupid for not noticing Kobe clan mark on him. And I guess those people are proven wrong now. Even though I still want to see the specifics of Sasuke's journey to the land of snow. Because I think it leaves, right now, it leaves too much to... Unless they're gonna like show it in the anime. But right now I think it leaves too much to like assume. Even though you can make some educated guesses in terms of how that went and how we probably figured out going to the land of snow. But the silver lining for that and the benefit of the chapter is that it doesn't drag down the pacing. We can just push forward. We don't have to set up to say, oh, okay, Sasuke, we're gonna set up, we're gonna send you to this, and how we are shown in the manga. Granted, we can still get like a flashback, but we can really expound on it in the anime. So yeah. Boruto used Momoshiki's power. I don't mean Shadow Clones and Rasengan. Also, people think Boruto's matches Kawaki. But all Momo's abilities are ninjutsu and Kawaki can just absorb or shrink it. I think so. When I did 2 videos in the past forever ago where I was talking about, you know, Boruto is stronger than you think, parts 1 and 2. And one of the bases of what I was saying in the second part of that, the part 2 video, was that I think I did this around the time Ishiki died and we got Borushiki versus Sasuke and Kawaki, was that I was saying, considering their DNA is Otsutsuki now, they should have the potential to unlock anything a normal Otsutsuki would get. Plus, in addition to, you know, the DNA the Otsutsuki belongs to. So I do see Boruto at some point unlocking Momoshiki's abilities, which, I mean, it's not much. I mean, it's Black Rods and absorb and release stuff at some point. so yeah, but I do see him getting those at some point. Like I said, jump into conclusions. Yeah, I see what you're saying, Bio. Guys, like up the stream. 4 likes, but only, well, 8 persons now, but only 4 likes. Could you please like up the stream? But yeah, yeah, it's a typical. I think it's not just Boruto. It's like any series. Person just need to wait and see. Honestly, it's good we can have healthy discussions and predictions and expectations for like in between chapters, but like to straight up bash some things, jump into conclusions, yeah, people just need to chill out more a while, honestly. Honestly. So I'm wondering, honestly, I'm saying honestly a lot. Alright, so I'm wondering like what discussion videos I'd want to like take out of this you know, chapter going forward for the most part. I'm wondering what I'd want to really like take out this part of the chapter and like a 10-minute discussion on it. Like, what would you guys want to see? Because I feel like since I haven't been in the complete YouTube spirit as of late, I've been especially slacking and doing Boruto discussions over the last few months. Jogan, I will know, but later on. Yeah, more than likely. Because the only thing is that, again, 82% is Otsutsuki, and the last 18% is Otsutsuki as well, but it's more like his DNA Otsutsified, essentially, differently from the first 82%. So I guess he does have the potential of Momoshiki, but that last 18% gives rise to like a different sort of potential, I would say. So maybe that might be the gateway for the Jogan to come in. Will we get more of the supporting characters in the next few chapters? Maybe. I would say, to be honest, In terms of getting supporting characters, it depends on when Kawaki wakes up. I don't really expect to get much of Sarada and Mitsuki even for the next 2 chapters, to be honest. So, yeah. Honestly. But again, I'm wondering what kind of discussion videos can we... I mean, probably one we could do is like, you know, can Momoshiki be revived? Structure, so why is I saying it? Oh yes, so again, so it seems that's what you say. Or is he just completely bound to Boruto's body? Can we do like a, I don't know, someone with Rinnegan take his soul and just dash it dash it into somebody else body or something? I'm wondering. Probably biologically immortal, I would say. But I mean, of course, he can still be killed. Yeah. Since he's a full Otsutsuki. Sorry, because the anime handles cars better than even ones in the light novel, like Denki. Yeah, I think like even in that case, like wait, that statement you just made about the anime Pokemon, that yeah, but the problem is, again, you see, I think the big reason why persons, even if they like a lot of the anime only characters, why they haven't really gotten behind them like that, is that a lot of their relevance and presence just does not tie back into the main story. So it's like, it just kind of emphasizes that filler feeling. If you get what I mean. Could Boruto get the Rinnegan? Yeah, he could potentially get the Rinnegan. It's in his DNA. literally right now. And it's interesting, any child, or if he does have a child in the future, they'll be half Otsutsuki. So that's going to be interesting. An interesting dynamic as well. And I guess for the Sarada Boruto shippers, I mean, if an Otsutsuki has a child with a Uchiha, maybe that gives rise to some other eye technique. Eyes for days. Eyes for everyone. Yikes! Oh boy. It is serious. A different video. Shikamaru asks someone why he's obsessed with Kawaki's camera, not Kawaki himself. That is true. Alright, so a co-worker of mine had a theory that probably Amado probably might be tired of the weakness of humanity in general, and he's been using Kawaki as like a guinea pig to see if we could elevate humanity to like the next stage or something along the line. That was his line of thinking. Or maybe he knows some invasion is coming and he's trying to Otsusify persons in mass. Maybe. Everyone has a special eyeball. Pretty much. So, but yeah, that's what was my coworker's theory for the most part. Yo, good theory. Yeah, it's my coworker's theory, not mine. But I'd discuss it. I don't know if there's anything else I could really add to it, because the thing is with Amado, isn't, even though he's sus, I mean, the only other nuance to his character is the fact that he had a daughter. We don't really have anything else to draw from right now. But granted, I am expecting like next chapter, based on this conversation with Ida, is going to reveal a bit more. Who knows? Maybe they'll reveal Ida as his actual daughter. Who knows? I don't know. I mean, technically speaking, yeah, but obviously, you know, it's watered down from, you know, Otsutsuki to, you know, Senju, Uchiha, and then come all the way down. Hyuga come all the way down. It'd be cool if you did a discussion video on what you think Amado's end goals or end goal will be. Alright, tell you what, let me actually write down some of you guys' suggestions. God. Note patio. Alright, so Amado's angle. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, forgot that. Alright, Amado's angle. They go have to go to space and find out a planetary dimension. Otsutsuki homeworld? could that be a topic? I don't know, maybe. I mean, to be honest, the way things are progressing, I wouldn't be surprised if they had to. I mean, they've already fought on the moon, so I wouldn't be surprised if they had to, you know, go to the home world. Because like with the DNA, I wouldn't be surprised if they did like a plot thread where, I don't know, maybe Boruto unlocks some of Momoshiki's memory and then, oh shit, that's where they're located, and that's how we can like actually get there, and things. So who knows? Well, then yeah, more than might be in the next dimension anyway. That too. That too. All I know is they're gonna milk this franchise to Kingdom Come. But I mean, going to the Otsutsuki homeworld though. I mean, if the homeworld is like what we think it is, like like probably potentially thousands, if not millions, of other Otsutsuki who, of course, probably might not be on like say Ishiki or Momoshiki's level. Probably there might be like a skill, maybe. But I mean, right now our heroes aren't really on the level to like take on such a adventure, because obviously they'd be hostile going to that planet to go. So I don't know. I do not know. But tell you what, because I am getting hungry. So I think I'm going to end the stream here for now, especially for the persons who will be, you know, rewatching. I don't want this to be like extremely long, so it takes out too much time out of their day. But yeah, Boruto series bars from DBZ, a lot from Amir Frieza, Tricky Cell, also the android. So Amado is from the future, and your friends theory that Amado tried to evolve humans because of the future threat. Yeah, that could be like a possibility as well. Yeah, I mean, we've seen it time and time again. There's a lot of Dragon Ball-esque inspirations, especially the Z portion. So he said Ishiki is Cell. It's interesting that you say that. Honestly, I'm wondering, well, even though I doubt it, it'd be interesting if Orochimaru comes back and he's the final villain or something. You can imagine Orochimaru like her getting hands on some of Boruto's Otsutsuki DNA. I was trying to get his child back using karma. Guess his child back using karma. I'm thinking about that. I mean, it's not outside the realm of possibility, but like, I don't know yet. Let's see what he says to Ida next chapter first, before coming back to that possible theory. But Amado from the future. I mean, for Neverworld has been saying that as well. So who knows? But yo, guys, it's Friday night. I hope you guys are having an awesome sauce of a day / night. Thanks for coming out again for this review / reaction. I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction. As per usual, I love talking to you guys. Going back and forth in terms of your theories and how you feel about the Boruto manga. Again, sorry about the Boruto anime being where it is right now. I still will catch up eventually. But yeah, so I guess you guys can expect some super, well, and honestly, it won't be like a long video. It'll be like my usual review length video, just talking about the current anime arc. But right now, the manga is where it's at when it comes on to Boruto. I'll try to think of some discussions to do outside of what we kind of threw around here in the chat. So yeah, but yo, respect to you guys again. Again, we're at 1,700 subscribers now. So respect in all aspect to you guys. And I don't know. I know last year I was saying 20,000, but hopefully this year. You never know. You never know. To be honest, I wasn't even expecting to get to 1,000 subscribers 2 years ago. So yeah. But anyway, guys, get some food, chillax, and I'll see you in the next stream or Boruto video or any video in general.